Hi guys, how are you? I think you will be fine. Stay safe and stay home, not to go anywhere at this pandemic period. Today I am here to introduce a very good topic, that is our heart. As we know that our heart is a pumping material to our body which pumps the blood to holes of our body which is required more essentially because the blood takes the nutrients and the essential chemicals and the hormones that are very essential for our vital processes that makes us alive. Today we will know only the structures and the what are be found in our heart. Our heart is a membranous system part organ. The outer part of the membrane of the heart is called pericardium, which is covers the heart solely and protect it from the outer external and exertions that were produced by the environment on our body and the inner environment of the body. The fluid filled between the pericardium is called pericardial fluid. This fluid is very necessary to our heart to produce its nourishment. As we know that in vertebrates we have as a human beings, Homo sapiens, four-chambered heart. The four-chamber heart is necessary because if we have only two-chamber heart, then it means the mixing of the blood will happen and it will take lots of time to be filtrate and oxygenated the blood, and the energy supplications of the body is not sufficient to do at a quick and efficiently doing any work. As a vertebrates we have lots of requirement of energy, and the only two chamber heart is not sufficient to supply as much amount of energy to our body. Fortunately we have four hearts chamber. Two are at upper part and two are at lower part of the heart. The two at the upper part of the heart are called atriums, and the two at the lower part of the heart is called ventricles. Due to their situations and sites, they have been discriminated in first as right and left auricle and ventricles. Mostly the right parts gain only deoxygenated blood, and the left part which gain oxygenated blood from the lungs to transport whole of the body with the help of veins, capillaries and articles. Arteries. Our heart have two nodes which is known as the pacemakers. First one is at the right atriums is avian, which is situated at the base part of the atrium. Avian means the anteroventricle nodes, and second one is which is also situated in atrium, which is upper part, that is SAN, that is sino atrio node. Have you get it? I think it will. Okay, let's proceed further. Our heart had guards also. First one, the guards which are called valves of our heart, which is three types. First one is tricuspid, second one is bicuspid, and third one is semilunar. The walls of the heart present at the opening of atrium and ventricles in right side is called tricuspid valves. It prevents the backflow of the blood to the right atrium from the ventricles as it systole. Our blood had blood vessels. First one is which comes from all over the body to carry deoxygenated blood, that is vena cava, from which The deoxygenated blood enters to atrium, atrium to ventricles, on producing action potential with the help of our SAN nodes. Both the ventricles contract and exert pressure on the deoxygenated blood collected at atrium to pass it through the pulmonary vein and pulmonary arteries with their respective left and right side artery. We know that our heart is also involved in the circulation of blood. The main role of our lungs is to oxygenate the blood which is carrying from the ventricles of the right chamber of our heart. It goes to the lungs with the help of pulmonary arteries, and where and there at the simple diffusion method the blood capillaries which is relatively very close to the present in the lungs diffuse the CO2 to the alveoli and diffuse CO2 to the alveoli and O2 to the blood vessels. From the blood has been oxygenated, and with the help of veins, that is nothing but pulmonary veins, it comes to our left anterium, to our left anterium. With the help of SAN and SAN action potential, the atrium contract, and with the help of bicuspid valve. The bicuspid valve is present at the junction point where the left atrium and ventricles are opening, which prevent here also the backflow of blood. As with the help of backflow of blood, it is main part of our artery circulation. Now the blood will enter in our left ventricle. It will also contract, passes the whole blood which were collected in this, it means left ventricle, to the aorta, and aorta is the arteries system which have arteries, the main aorta, further divided into arterioles, and the further divided into capillaries. Capillaries are the finest branches of the blood vessels which goes into the tissues for the transportation of nutrients and the blood oxygens to the cells of the tissues to perform their efficient and essential also as well as vital functions to make a body healthy and do without any interruptions all their functions. From there also the fine branches of venules also found here. To this the simple diffusion take place, and from there to the waste material of the tissue that were reacted at that point, which has produced by the functions of the reactions which is occurring in our tissues and the cells, goes to the system of veins. That is the main vein of the vein system is vena cava, which comes from whole the body. Upper part vena cava which carrying deoxygenated blood is called superior vena cava, and the vena cava which carries deoxygenated blood from the inferior part of our body is called inferior vena cava. There is present also valves in the vessels of the blood.